Yeah. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. Ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 84 of the TGIF show. I'm your host, Hugo Smokes. How's everybody doing this lovely morning? It's pretty cold here in Los Angeles, Southern California. See, 44 degrees, so nice and crispy. So I got my hoodie on, got my sweater on. Definitely wanted to smoke a cigar because, you know, it's perfect weather. But let's go ahead and take some roll call. Got my brother Epicurean Smokes in the house. Buenos dias, señor. How you doing? We got Javi. And we got Brian. I don't know. I was just setting up because it's cold. So I had to drop the front curtain and set up my heater. You know, logistics, because I don't want to be freezing my balls off here because it's unpleasant. On Instagram, we got the Cigar Chronicle and the Big Deal. What's up, guys? Good morning. And now we got Bobby Luckett's 5790. What's up, man? So to start off, let me know what you guys are smoking. If you guys are smoking, let me know what you're doing. If you're not smoking, probably at work since it's Friday. But I'm smoking today La Giana. I want to say this is a Nicaraguan cigar, but I'm not sure. I literally just pulled it out from my stash. So let me look it up real quick. La Giana Natural. I want to say it's like a budget stick, but I'm not sure. La Giana Natural Robusto. Okay, it's on Neptune, so that's always a good sign. And CI didn't come up, so in fact, it is a Nicaraguan cigar. Let's see. The wrapper is it's not a broadleaf. It's not. It's probably a Connecticut because it's very light. And it's saying the binder and filler are Honduran. Then why is it rolled in Nicaragua? Doesn't make sense. Now, these guys have the wrong info, I think. Let me see. Experience La Giana. Handcrafted in Honduras. Okay, that sounds a little bit better because it's got Honduran binder and filler, and I want to say Connecticut, just a Connecticut wrapper. They're also on small batch. Yeah, Connecticut Shade, Honduran Binder and Filler. Okay, small batch has the right info. 5x50. And it's about an 9, 850. About 850. So yeah. So nice little morning smoke here. I haven't had Honduran tobacco in a while, I believe. Right off the bat, it was really earthy, with tannin or tannic notes left on the palate after a while. Steven just burned a little Monte Cristo shorts. Hell yeah, can't go wrong with those, right? Let's see. Bobby is smoking a Palina White Label. Nice cigar for the morning. I prefer the Robusto in that one. I know a lot of people prefer the Toro. I don't know if you have a preference. There's also a TAA exclusive, which I haven't got my hands on, but I hear it's really good. So looking forward to smoking that one sometime in the near future. And let's see. Brian's about to light up a divine inspiration in about an hour or so. Oh, okay. Well, it'll probably be after the show's over because that's about how long we go here. But welcome, welcome, man. Last week I was absent. I wasn't here. It was Valentine's weekend, but I kind of took like an unexpected uh trip, I guess. Unexpected, maybe. I was down in Baja California. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to stop by the Casa del Habano because we were on family time, and you know how that goes. I did take my dog to the vet down there, just a quick checkup, and then that was in Tijuana, right? So that's where Casa del Habano is, and then right off the bat, just went down to Ensenada because it's still a little bit of a drive, about an hour and a half. Plus, now, or actually last weekend, since it was a holiday weekend, there was some amount of traffic. So, I really wanted to just get down there and get settled in. But before we get into today's topic, which is actually the Cuban crisis, if you're not aware, um, Cuba is going through a crisis right now, financial, economic, political. And I kind of just want to talk about it in the humanitarian slash tobacco realm. Okay, so what's going to happen with Habanos, uh, and just in general, what's going on with the region. But before that, I do want to share some pictures, if I can, from my trip. And so, um, I want to get this term right because Ensenada is known for a natural feature. Let me see. I want to say they called it a natural geyser, but I'm not sure because, from my understanding, a geyser is like underneath and then comes up. But let me see. Uh, Bufadora in Ensenada. And if you guys have been there, oh, it's a marine geyser. That's what it is. And it's the largest blowholes. It's a blowhole. That's what it is. So sometimes the force on the water gets up to 100 feet, so 30 meters high. So it's a pretty cool thing to see. Let me see if I can show you right off the rip here. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so let me see all these. Let me share my screen. Share video file. Can I show this? Um, Let me see it. I'm gonna try it this way. See what it does like this. So I'll mute it. But yeah, you can see there. And then I caught a little bit of the geyser shooting up. That's nothing. That's like a little one. So there's the rest of the view. There's my wife. So it's a nice little viewpoint. Let me see. How do I stop sharing this? So it's a nice little viewpoint there. They got a nice deck. It's actually a two-tier deck. So that's a lower level, and then there's an upper level, and it's just very nice. I captured another video of like the actual view of the rest of the marina there. It's very nice. There you go. This one? No, that's not it. I'll remove. Okay, there we go. That's the one. Let's play it again because that didn't play nice. So look at that view. It's just amazing. Clean water, nice blue water. I'm sure there's a few reefs around there. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful. It's just a beautiful scenery, right? Very Kodak moment style, if you may. So too bad they took your title as large as blue, you asshole. Yeah, that's so very safe place to attend, except for the pushy salesman, which I'm gonna get into a little story in a bit. But yeah, literally, like as soon as you, let's say, exit Tijuana, maybe like 20 minutes on the road, and then you see toll road, which is a straight shot all the way down to Ensenada. It's gonna cost you about $5 each way. You know, uh, 47 and 51 pesos, which amounts to like 250 and 275. So there's no stoplights, there's no stop signs, just the what do you call it, the caseta, the toll booth, and that's it. You know, and it's very safe. I don't know. I highly recommend going there. You know, it's let's say from LA, it's about what 2.5 hours to Tijuana, and then another hour and a half, so 4 hours on the road. For a weekend, not that bad, right? Even me, that I'm an old fart, you know, I'll still make it. Um, what's up, Ernie? Um, Cigar Chronicles saying what's up. Tip Top Smoke, and the big deal is still on. Yeah, guys, I'm smoking La Giana. I guess it's a Honduran cigar, Honduran binder and filler, and Connecticut shade wrapper. So far, it's very earthy, kind of dry on the palate. Not, I was expecting a little bit more creaminess. You know, for me, it's very earthy. So we'll see how it develops, but not mad at the construction on it. Fairly straight burn line, nice stack dash. It's it's working for me this morning. Upper decker, yeah, double decker. So there's two viewing spots there, and it's free. It's free, so it's open to the public. Uh, just no climbing down the edge there, because you know obviously you're gonna get hurt. But yeah, so as soon as you walk in, it's like a little boardwalk, right, with all these little stands selling you like memorabilia, drinks. They you know they cook a lot of what do you call those? I guess grilled clams and oysters. I don't like them like that. I like them fresh. But they put cheese on them and like all these things. I don't. I'm more like of a fresh seafood type of guy. But they have these freaking cántaros made out of what is that thing called ceramic ceramics, right? And my wife is a sucker for micheladas and cantaritos and stuff like that. So right off the bat, we're getting all these samples of like different liqueurs and stuff like that. And I'm just like, all right, well, let me taste it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna go eat afterwards, so I'm not trying to get like a drink or nothing, right? So they're very pushy. So the guy's like, here, let me make you a forget if it was a michelada or no, it was a paloma for her. She was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So my wife is kind of like Randall. She's very indulgent, She just takes whatever. Um, so whatever they're making it for her, and then I got two free of those clams. I'm like, dude, I don't like those. And he's like, just take them. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw them away, dude. So so yeah, so then I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna pay. How much do I owe you, right? So then he's thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to him in Spanish, right? And but obviously, I had nice clothes on, whatever. My little Frenchie there. And then um he's like 1200 pesos. And right off the bat, took off a zero. It's 120 divided by half. That's around 55, $60, right? Quick math. I'm like, you're charging me $60 for a paloma? What the fuck, dude? I told him in Spanish. And then he looked at me like, oh, dude, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'm like, dude, like, that's not cool, bro. Like, well, what are you doing, bro? You're taking advantage of these tourists. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fucking tourist. I'm Mexican, bro. I was born here. You know what I mean? So long story short, my wife, she's doesn't like confrontation. She'd rather just pay and then get the fuck out. Which, in some cases there in Mexico, it's better to do that because you don't want to create attention around you, right? Because you don't know who's watching. You know what I mean, right? So like, you know what? I'm not gonna give you $60, bro. Here, I had like 40 or whatever. He's like, right, well, just that's cool. So I was pissed already, bro. I was like, man, you guys killed my vibe already. Like this is stupid, dude. This is why people complain about us. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we took off and then went to the Bufadora, and then we went to a restaurant. Had a nice view up on the deck. I'll show you a picture right now. Told the guy my story, right? And he's like, you should have said, no, I'm not paying you for this. Here's your drink. And if he said, I'm gonna call the cops, then you would have said, and I'm giving you guys this for future advice. Um, then when he says that, then you say, all right, cool. I'm sure when he comes, you can show him your liquor license, which he's not gonna have because it's a shack on the side of the beach, right? It's not an establishment. Um, so I'm like, yeah, makes sense. But again, my wife probably would have been like, just pay the guy. Let's get out of here, whatever. But for next time, right? And if you guys go there, you guys know what to do. We got my boy Alex, my boy Cigars Music. What's up, bro? From San Antonio. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Let me know what you guys are smoking. Cigar Chronicles asking. It's La Giana. It's a Honduran binder filler. Ben, you'll probably like this one. Not Aladino, but it's got Honduran tobacco in it, and a Connecticut shade wrapper. Old fart must be what they called the retardables. But wait, hold on. Where's my music? Good one, Steven. What's up, JD? ¿Qué pasa, señor? I was ready to jump in at 8. No. I mean, I was off last week. Um, I was off last week because I was in Ensenada. Obviously, just said the whole story, but if you guys missed it, you can rewind later. Here, just to wrap it up real quick, I'm gonna show the kind of food you can eat over there. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Um, what image is this? This is 4/7. So this here is the kind of fresh seafood that I like. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's basically aguachile, which is fresh shrimp cooked in chili lime juice with salt. Very good tasting and very spicy and got avocado and stuff like that. I ate that, and then I also had mussels. There they call them pata de mula, which is a very funny. Oh, here, and I'll show you the view from the restaurant here. 4/8. So 4/8. I'll show you the view. Oh wait, what am I doing? This is 3348 image file 3348. The view from the restaurant was spectacular. You can see like the whole ocean that I showed you earlier. And there I did get it's not a michelada, it's just call it a rusa. Um it's just lime juice, salt rim. That's it. That's what I like. So we got that. And the mussels are these right here. Maybe you guys will recognize them. They call them pata de mula there. Um, what's the extension? 50. Okay, so this one here is pata de mula. It's mussels. They're very tasty. They're not chewy at all. They have a nice texture. I love them. They have that, and I also like the scallops. The fresh scallops are amazing. But I didn't have scallops that day. But yeah, those are off the hook, man. Very good. Very good. Get your mojo up. You know what I'm saying? Natural aphrodisiacs for sure. What's up, cigar guy? Stacks and the cigar symphony. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know what you guys are smoking, man. If you guys are smoking. I'm excited for Sal's event, meeting a lot of people for the first time. Great smokes and drinks, caviar. Nice. Yeah, hopefully you guys have a good time, man. Sounds pretty good. Mandela, what's up, bro? Buenos días, señor. Sober Cigar is asking what's going on with Cuba. They're in a crisis again, crisis number 2. So basically, with the capture of the last president of Venezuela, Maduro, right? Venezuela was kind of like Cuba's lifeline for like resources, like obviously like crude petroleum and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they got medical supplies from them, but stuff like that. So now with his capture, obviously, no more supplies into Cuba, and the American administration, presidency administration, is cutting or is threatening to raise the tariffs double, triple on any country that aids Cuba because the whole history of that, right? So they're on like freaking gridlock. Their transportation system is kind of 97% shut down. They're I don't know why my camera likes to turn off. What do you call it? their waste management is shut down. Why? Because there's no fuel. There's no fuel to for the trucks to go and pick up the refuge, the trash. So it's all they're all stockpiling it somewhere. They're thinking about burning it. They're thinking about waiting for something to happen. So it really sucks for the people there because it's a communist type of government, so they don't have any say in it, right? They just kind of go with the flow. Where's my lighter at? Um, but obviously, how that affects us is because we like smoking cigars, and I personally, and some of you like smoking Cuban cigars. So, um, if there's no energy, to power cigar factories, is there going to be production of Cuban leaf still? What's going to happen with that? What's up, Mark on Instagram? Good morning, bro. What are you smoking? Um, so far there's like no news about a plan. Um, from previous research, I've seen that um, the Castro administration implemented option zero during their crisis period. I think they call it the first one, which um, basically means like go on like hibernation mode and like just eat them, like rationalize. You know what I mean? Like use rations, food rations very sparingly. Uh, um, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like living in a first world country, I can't imagine. You know how I would survive there. You know what I mean? Like even when I go to Mexico, like I don't know, Mexico is not a first world country, right? But I you can feel the difference. You can see the poverty. Some these people like asking for money on the streets and stuff like that. It sucks. You know what I mean? From a humanitarian standpoint, right? Um, Habanos Festival was now canceled. Like first, it was like postponed, but there's no way you can host an event with that magnitude with the type of people that go there. Like very famous people, prestigious people, high rollers, royalty from all over the world attend that event. How are they going to go, to a place that has no power? You know what I mean? There's still flights I hear going into Cuba, and it's mainly like short flights. Um, the other option that I heard, which is very crazy, and I don't know if it's like passenger flights or like commercial business, but I hear the airliners or air carriers are actually carrying an extra supply of fuel on board so that they can refuel there in Cuba because there's no jet fuel. So I'm like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? It's it's something to think about, right? It's something to appreciate what we have here in the US. It's greatest nation of all. I'm always very thankful to be living here and be working here, obviously. Um, but it's crazy. Cuba might be done. I hope not. Like what's the possibility? Like what? Because I mean, the current government there is still the communist, right? It's that guy. Here I looked it up. Manuel Diaz, right? Which he's still part of the Communist Party, and I guess he's as stubborn as the previous administration. Like he's just like, no, 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 we're gonna fight to the end. So the last thing they want is to get invaded by the U.S., right? Obviously. I do like Gianna. They're United Cigars. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense because I saw something about United here, but I didn't look it up. All right, cool. I'm getting a lot of coffee now. Coffee, citrus, still earth though. Very earthy cigar. Yeah, very like soiled earth, like damp earth. The retro hill is kind of up there, so I haven't been retroing a lot, but I'll do a retro and I'll see what's up. Um, Josefa is saying Cuba backwards is what it's all about. A buck, the almighty dollar. Okay. So we're cigars act surprise. On Instagram, we have Mark saying still choosing his cigar. Realm Cigars saying, hey, shame about the Habanos Festival. Yeah, man, it's a shame. I was looking forward to that because that's when the yearly releases get done for Habanos. Realm being a huge Habano smoker knows what that's all about. Mark is saying, I wish the Cuban people a swift recovery from this, man. It's so sad. God bless them. Yeah. Mr. Ritola joined on Instagram. What's up, bro? Welcome. And Cigars and Music saying, I'm smoking on the AJ Fernandez Oscuro original with the red foot band. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know which one that is. Yeah. Some guys really like that one. Awesome. Steven saying, I heard a few days ago that fuel was being sold. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So in Cuba, I've never been there, but obviously I have friends that go there all the time. Um, there is the black market is big, and obviously that's where you can get real and fake cabanos, right? You just gotta know what you're doing. Um, but yeah, you can get anything. So over there, like it's not like you can go and like, oh, let me get friggin' 20 pounds of carne asada because I'm gonna have my friends over and grill meat, right? Can't do that shit. So, but if you know people, they can go ahead and get you that, right? They can even get you like fucking booze. They can get you other things. But yeah, 1 liter being sold for the equivalent of $10, whatever that is. I don't know what the currency exchange is, but I mean, a car fills up with like 60 liters. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. Yeah, not a good idea to go to Cuba right now. Matt, stay where you're at, bro. You're safe in Minnesota. Although there's an epidemic there now, right, of STDs. What the fuck's going on with that, dude? Shit, dude. Uh, learn 12-volt conversion systems and befriend a moonshiner. Compose heat and fertilizer. So that's the thing. You can't do any of those things in Cuba, not legally, at least. Like if you get caught with like stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you get in trouble. You probably get your head chopped off, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they're really strict about a lot of things there. A lot of the commodities that we're used to, you can't have them there in Cuba. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, basically only flights that can go will be the ones having enough fuel for the return trip. Yep, yep, because they're not refueling there. Um, there is, I guess now, I don't know how it works. There's a wait list for like if you're like a taxi driver, if you're a public transport person, there's a waiting list for you to get fuel already. And there's videos where you can go, obviously YouTube, you know, you can see all the get fueling stations are empty. And the nation itself, it's frozen in time right now. You know what I mean? What's the torta forecast today? Ah, shit, dude. Fucking Texas, dude. So yeah, so I mean, for sure, Habanos Festival is is canceled. Um, there was one time I believe in the 90s where the same thing happened. It was postponed, whatever, the same thing. And then they held it during the summer somewhere else. I forget what the destination was, but maybe, I don't know. I'm sure they had everything ready and like, they have the products, so they just need a location. That yeah, exactly. 10 US dollars uh equivalent. I don't know what the Cuban, it's like 300 of their uh national money to like 1 US dollar. So it's crazy. Um but yeah, Epicer868 on Instagram just joined. What's up, man? Buenos dias, señor, from Trinidad y Tobago. What's is there Epicure, you got any insight on the Cuban crisis, bro? On what's gonna happen with the Habanos festival, something like that? Okay, it's getting creamier on the palate, not gonna lie. But at the beginning, the first like half a centimeter was questionable for me. It was like, whoa, bro. Take some. Um. Okay, let's do a retro. Let's see what the retro's about. All right, so there's a sting on it. Definitely like 5 to 6, so medium plus. It's very creamy on the retro, very nice, very smooth. Uh, the spice dissipates, so it's probably like it's almost like a cayenne pepper, red pepper type of spice, not black pepper. It's not annoying at all. Huh? Not bad. Also, not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, but yellow cello. There's a whole controversy on that, right? But it's been sitting somewhere for a while. That's all I gotta say about that. Epicure868 is asking what I'm smoking. It's the Gianna from United Cigars, 5x50, um, Honduran binder and filler, uh, Connecticut shade wrapper. Let's see. I'm glad 868 and I rolling our own smokes. We just need the Cuban seeds and throw. Interesting. Um, what's going on with that, Ben? Do you already have like some cigars that you smoked, or you're um you're still just fermenting the tobacco? Habano Festival has been canceled. Yes, yes, it has. Nah, new dates for Habanos. They're saying indefinitely postponed. Nobody knows what's coming at this point. Um, there's a gentleman that I follow that he's all about Habanos, older gentleman with glasses. I forgot his name, but I guess he got an email saying that it was canceled. No follow up to that, so I don't know. But I don't know, man. It's very interesting. Obviously, that our administration is very stern on world politics. So I mean, we're not gonna back off, obviously, right? So, and if we were to take over that island, probably there. I don't know. Will there still be tobacco growing? I mean, it's a big business, right? So hopefully, if that happens and then the prices get like, uh back to normal, that'll be sick, right? But those guys are not gonna go easy. Yes, been smoking homegrown, and the Discord almost got 15 members. We blowing up. Okay, cool. Um, so far, like, how many cigars have you smoked? That's sick. Realm Cigars is saying, Hugo, don't smoke your Cuban, save them. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So today, I had to make a decision. I was like, I'm gonna talk about Cuban cigars. Should I smoke a Cuban cigar? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about Cuba. Should I smoke a Cuban cigar? But I'm like, well, what if like, that's the end of Habanos? Like, gotta save the smokes, I guess. Very nice finish on this cigar. Super creamy on the retro, almost nutty, slightly nuanced though. So cigar that you can't rush at all. You can't huff and puff on this bad boy. You gotta do the Ugo Smokes smoking regimen on this one for sure. You can't rush this one. Gotta take it easy, baby. Um, I'm okay with the yellow cello. Not all oils are good. Some are, but the person who is popular also doesn't believe humidity matters and thinks cigars don't age but get contaminated. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't studied that. I mean, I do know that obviously the tainting on this, it comes from the oils in the cigar. So at one point, if you store your cigars for, I don't know, long periods of time, like, does it lose all the flavor? I don't know. It's an experimental process, right? Um, they're not Bitcoin. La fella, you can smoke your habanos. uh yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I could smoke them, but am I gonna be able to get more? Also, like, is the price gonna go up? That's another thing that we haven't considered, right? Because whatever's was produced recently, now they got to get exported, right? So are those prices gonna skyrocket? That's interesting. So we got to follow the market, for the next few months, see what's gonna happen with that. Um, I mean, they're already kind of pricey. Um, I was just curious. There was a cigar that I smoked the other day. Got it from my friend, and I tried looking up the cigar and it's a regional, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, "Is this a cigar that hasn't been released to the market yet?" And he didn't want to tell me, obviously, because it's unclassified information. But so baby oils like Diddy, but hey, hey, hey. What's up, hey, Angelito? My cigar of the day. Buenos dias, señor. Yeah. So supply and demand. There's gonna be a supply. The demand's gonna be super high. So definitely, right? Um, that's a thing. It's a thing. I kind of regret not getting some at the duty free last time I was in Guadalajara, but it is what it is. Spanglish Cigars joined on Instagram. What's up, brother? Buenos dias. Um, Realm is also saying prices will go up for sure. Their production is going to zero at the moment. I mean, also you have to remember that a lot of these farmers, hence the farm rolls, they have production at their individual farms, right? Um, so I think those are going to continue, maybe, you know, small batch kind of stuff. I don't have a connection to that, but some people do. It's it was a Juan Lopez exclusivo Alemania, so Alemania regional. Steven's asking. Yeah, I couldn't find anything on that cigar. Juan Lopez exclusivo Alemania. I don't know if it's an older one that was discontinued or what the heck. Um, Mark. Angel saying, "Happy Friday, brother." Mark is saying, but you don't think that the international distributors have a huge backstock? I don't know. Maybe. Then that's the price. That's they're gonna freaking benefit from whatever's happening right now. Um, so I've smoked 10 cigars so far, homegrown. A lot of terrible construction. Last three were smokable, getting better, and started Florida Sumatra crop. So we'll have more to blend the profile. Nice, bro. Hell yeah, awesome, bro. Happy that those are working out for you. Yes, this happened during COVID. Lots of farm rolls if you know how to export them. Yeah, prison wallet for sure. You know, I mean, it's again like transportation is like shut down, so like boat, I guess, right? Who's gonna take a boat ride to Cuba and bring some farm rolls from Florida? It's what, like, not that far, right? From Miami. Let's do this. So that's the thing. It wasn't a perfecto. It was parejo. Well, perfecto's parejo too, but like it was a 55 ring gauge all the way across. So I can't find it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we can research that together. But it was a pretty good cigar. I was like, damn, it's pretty good. And he told me that he just got them. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. I was, I looked for it like all over, bro, like, and I couldn't find anything on it. So it looks like a uh let's see, like I think it's a 55 ringgit. I forget, dude. I'll tell you the deets after. But yeah, I couldn't find it, man. And I did see that exclusivo, that perfecto shape you're talking about. But no, that's not it. Um yeah, so you know, who knows what's gonna happen with that. It's gonna be interesting to see, because now I think Mexico was one of the uh they call it petro supplier to Cuba, and the whole ordeal with US and Mexico, and it's gonna get messy, right? Because Mexico's saying like, oh yeah, we're humanitarian, we're this, we're gonna want to help out the people and this and that, but our government doesn't like that. So the retros thing has been like, it's held pretty constant at medium plus, like 5 to 6 clicks out of 10 throughout the cigar. It stings quite a bit, but it's approachable. I mean, the good thing is that it dissipates pretty quick on this cigar. And again, it's like a eight and a quarter price tag, so not that bad. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely a cigar that I guess is worth chasing for a few singles. I don't know. Try it out. My other choice was this Rojas Texas Toast, sent in from Texas Cigar Society, but I went with the lighter wrapper for today. I haven't smoked Rojas in a bit. I think he also sent the new carnitas, which I'm pretty excited to try. So I'll probably be doing a full review on that one. Because I really like the actual carnitas. They're really good. Try to ashtray right here, but my ashtray is over here. Um, what else did I want to talk about? I think that's it, man. That's it for now. Um, let's see. As far as content is concerned, next week I think I will have the Oliva Serie V Diademas available for review. And Oliva Serie V Diademas. And then I got a few other, uh, mainly going to be smoking a lot of cigars from like the luxury cigar pack, because if I don't, I'm just going to get stuck with all those in the humidor, you know what I mean? And I just got to smoke them because like they're going to keep coming. So, you know what I mean? So I'm smoking a lot of cigars from there. I think I smoked I smoked a Gurkha for the first time in a long time the other day. The Gurkha Stella Reserve 15. If it's true that there's 15-year-old tobacco in there, it still has some umph and some kick to it. Thank you. You guys hear the? Hold on. Sorry, the paramedics. I don't know what happened. Um, what's up, Brian Bingo Beagle? Welcome, bro. Um, yeah, that 15-year age Gurkha, it had some kick to it. Um, I don't think I said. I think I said I wouldn't be revisiting it. Like it was like a one and done deal for me. But yeah, it was almost like that one Jose Blanco Señoriales. It's an old ass cigar, and dude, that thing's got like some spice on it. Got body. I was surprised. So those are a couple that are coming up. Let me just take a look here on my I released a new Dawn. The Fox, I forgot if I think I released that one already. And then yeah, that's it. The other one I smoked from the pack was the Principal Cigars, the Holiday Cigar, the Holiday Babel. Hey, that was a pretty good cigar. Not mad at that cigar. MSA wrapper. Three different kinds of Dominican filler in it. It was not that bad, man. Um, they're coming to get you. I know, dude, for sure. Dun, 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 what are they saying? They're just chilling. Angel and Epicurean 868. Now, Brian Beagle's over here now. What's up, bro? What's up, man? We just had a whole conversation on the whole Cuban crisis, bro. But yeah, it's just unfortunate for the people. Um, I have some Cuban friends. They're chill as fuck. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to go down there and experience Cuba myself. But hopefully, if all this turns out good, we should plan a trip like some of the guys, like we'll go to Cuba and do some touring over there in the cigar factories, man. That would be sick, when all this turns over. Anyway, still earthy on the palate. There's some definitely like spice on the palate. It's either like a white pepper or baking spice, not very aggressive. Overall, a solid cigar, balanced in its own way. Like it's got like um, a nice array of flavors. They're not overpowering each other, except for like the nuanced stuff, which is pretty nice. That nuttiness, that creaminess, which kind of uh, shined a lot more in the second half. But yeah, solid cigar here. I gotta go. I got a haircut appointment right now at 9:30. But thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for contributing to the chat here. Um, Again, if you didn't know about what's going on in Cuba, for me it was more of like the people, and because we're cigar smokers, the whole Habanos festival thing, the tobacco production itself, like very curious as to what's going to happen with that. So, if there's any updates on that, might talk about it next week or, whenever information becomes available. But yeah, man, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys like the media I shared there from Ensenada. If you missed it, catch the replay. It's very nice. Very nice place to visit. Be careful with the Paloma Michelada guys. They want to overcharge you. So tell them that Hugo said 200 pesos is good. $10. Maybe 300. 300 actually. $15 is good because you get to keep the cup. But yeah. All right. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Steven, and everybody. Make sure they don't trim your butt too short. Shut up, fool. All right, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Hugo Smokes is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.